Marvelous hello, friends and loved ones! How are you today? Well, you're probably either pretty excited that Atlus just announced a new project called Persona 5R, or maybe you're pretty annoyed that Atlus basically just gave us an announcement for an announcement that's not for another 3 months. The rumor mill right now is that Persona 5R will be an enhanced version of Persona 5. Much like Fess and Golden before it, Atlus will find a way to make us interested in the game we've already played by slapping some fancy new stickers on it. And hey, a brand new waifu never hurts either. While we don't really have any information if this is an enhanced Persona 5, I figure now is as good a time as any to talk about some things I'd like to see in this new adventure. There are a few things I'm not going to mention because I see them as inevitables. We'll probably get a new confidant, some new personas, certain story points involving certain characters may be expanded, and maybe the original game's DLC will be included. But I'm not here to talk about those. Except that I just did. These are just some things that I feel could improve Persona 5 a bit without going overboard. So without further ado, here are 5 things I'd like in Persona 5. Okay, let me get the least likely one out of the way first. I'd like a new party member. The entire time I was playing through Golden and doing Marie's side quest, I kept wanting, wishing, hoping for her to join the team. I know she would have only been playable for a single dungeon, but man, it would have been the perfect payoff to that extra trek. And it's something I'd like to see Persona 5 give us in some capacity. Just a new party member, a new persona. If they are going to force a new character into the existing canon, I just hope this time we'll get that satisfying reward. I'd also like some extra bits that add to the world building. In Persona 3 Fest, they added a few scenes of Makoto walking home, and we just see some characters we'll meet later just living their lives. I'd love to see something like that in 5. Replaying the first palace recently, I noticed Haru's garden is already up on the rooftop from the very first time we're up there. Maybe we get to see her up there before we get a chance to officially meet her, just small stuff like that. It wouldn't be anything huge, but little touches like that are something I love seeing. And while Persona 5 already had a few fantastic examples of this, it never hurts to have just a little bit extra. On the subject of getting to see more of certain characters, I kinda hope we get to spend more time with Caroline and Justine. Not because I particularly like Caroline and Justine, in fact I'd say it's quite the opposite. When I first played Persona 3, Elizabeth was pretty boring because she really didn't do much. It wasn't until Fess when we got to spend time with her that she started getting more fleshed out. Even Golden was able to make me appreciate Margaret more through her interactions with Marie. I know games like Dancing in Starlight and Persona Q2 have already given us more time with the latchkey lollies, but hopefully they'll have a bigger part to play this go around. And who knows, maybe we'll get to spend more time with a certain someone else too. Costumes, costumes, costumes! Man, I want some more costumes. Persona 4 Golden did such a great job with its costumes. Collecting them all felt like a side quest in and of itself. They had theme costumes that everyone could wear, like the Featherman set, but each character also had their own unique costumes, like Naoto's Holmes costume, you raiding Dojima's closet, or other stuff. Persona 5 didn't have any of that. Literally every costume in the game was DLC. And while there was some great stuff there, I would have liked some unlockables in the game itself. I don't really have a great wrap-up to this. I just really like having costume options. And lastly, this one is very simple and very, very important to me. You all know Ryuji's rank 7 unlock? The Instakill one that kills enemies without even going into battle if you're a high enough level? Yeah, give us the option to turn that off. Please. Pretty please. It's awesome when you're just trying to rush through mementos or are over-leveled in a certain palace, but man, look, sometimes I just want to fight, and trying to adjust myself in a way to make that happen feels like way more trouble than it's worth. I guess what I'm trying to say is, can we just get a Switch? A little Persona 5 Switch? Switch? Persona 5? Switch? Alright, so there we go. 5 little things I hope we get to see on our second run through Persona 5. Or, 12th, whatever, who's counting? What do you all think about this news? Was it something that you never saw coming, or was it hardly a last surprise? What are some things you hope they add, or maybe even remove in this new version? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all next year, but until then, take care.